guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. And if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys a lot. Today's look is this makeup tutorial. It's a chocolate inspired makeup tutorial, but I went all matte. There's not any like glow or shimmer or anything. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. So because we're going for a matte kind of a look, I really want to fill in all the pores and give like a flat base on any makeup to flow on top of each other. So for that, I'm going to take my Benefits Professional Primer and apply it basically in the T-zone of the face. So the nose, the cheeks, the mouth. For my foundation, I'm going to take my L'Oreal's Infallible Fresh Wear, and basically I'm in this shade Golden Sun. And because we want that more of like a full coverage foundation, so I'm going to buff it with my buffing brush. Blend as much as you can or till the time your hand falls off. For my eyebrows, I'm going to take Benefits Precisely My Brow, and I'm in the shade 3.5. I'm just going to fill in the brows just for a natural look. And then I'm going to use the spoolie to just spread out the product as much as I can. For our eyeshadow, today we're going to take Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. I absolutely love the mattes in this palette as well as the shimmers, but today we're going to use all matte shadows. So first of all, we're going to take the shade called Basic from the palette, and we're going to run it all across the eyelid just for the eyeshadows to flow one on top of each other super smoothly. Next, we're going to take the shade called Necessary from the palette, and we're going to buff the crease with it. Basically, windshield wiper motion or circular motions. We're basically taking the shade to act like a transition shade. Next, we are going to take the shade called Churro from the palette, which is a warmer brown in the palette. And we're basically going to put it on the outer corner as well as in the center of the eyelid, but I'm going to start from the outer corner because that's where I want the maximum pigmentation of the eyeshadow. I'm going to run the same shade on my lower lash line too. And for the final eyeshadow, we're going to take the shade called Cheens from the palette, which is the deepest brown in the palette, and I'm going to apply it on the outer corners of the eye, and also I'm going to drag it on my lower lash line, but again I'm keeping it only on the outer corners. This complete eye look is full of blending and going back and forth of the eyeshadows. It's super easy, but it just requires a lot of blending. Now I'm again going to take the shade Basic from the palette, and I'm just going to apply it in the inner third of the eyelid, just so that I really want my eyes to feel like opened and not shut. That's why I'm putting like a light matte pale shade on the inner corner of the eye, and I'm dragging it towards the center of the eye, but you'll see me taking the same crease brush with no additional product and just blending all across all the eyeshadows so that we have like a smooth base and there's no hard crease happening on the eye. Now let's move on to the face. For my concealer, I'm going to take my CoverGirl True Blend Concealer, and I'm in the shade Warm Beige. And basically I'm going to apply it in the center of the face just to give more brightness and get more attention towards the center of the face. I'm basically going to apply this concealer underneath the eye, around the mouth, on the bridge of the nose, and right in the center of the forehead, and blend everything together with the help of the blending brush. For my face powder, I'm going to take my CoverGirl's Fresh Wear powder, and I'm in the shade Light. This powder tends to be more on a darker side, so just go accordingly. In every other powder, I think I am in the shade Medium, but this I am in the shade Light, just because if you want this powder to act like an overall foundation powder, then for sure go with the shade Medium. If you are around my skin tone or even a little more slightly deeper. For my bronzer, I'm going to take my Milani's bronzer and I'm in the shade Suntan. I really love this bronzer. I love the blendability. For today's look, we are definitely going to chisel out our cheekbones and we're going to bronze all across the perimeters of the face just because I want more of a chiseled and a structured look for this makeup. We're also going to blend it around the nose just to chisel out and make the nose a little more smaller. For my blush, I'm going to take my Persona Cosmetics blush in the shade Georgia. It's more of a peachy blush, but it's super blendable. Now for lining my lash line, I'm going to take my Essence Extreme Lasting eyeliner and this is in the shade Black Love. I'm just going to line my waterline. And for my upper lash line, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild's Mega Liner in the shade Black and I'm just going to make a tiny little wing on my eyes. Now just to blend out the lower lash line, I'm just going to take a pencil brush with no additional product and I'm just going to buff it just so that it's not stark black on the lower lash line and it blends with the browns. For the mascara, I'm going to take my Benefits Bad Girl Bang Mascara and I'm going to coat my lashes, mostly the upper lashes with it so that I can get a lot of volume. Now for my lip liner, I'm going to use Colourpop's Cream Gel Liner and this is basically in the shade Mr. Bing. I wanted to go with like a chocolatey brown liquid lipstick. You will see which one I'm talking about, but I did not have like that deep chocolatey brown lip liner, so I'm using eyeliner. There's no rules to makeup. So for my liquid lipstick, I'm going to take my Maybelline's Stay Matte Ink liquid lipstick and this is in the shade Protector. And as you can see, it's like a beautiful chocolate brown. It will give a more of a matte look, but it's going to stay for the entire day. For setting my face, I'm going to use my Milani's Make It Last Setting Spray. So that's my final look. I really hope that you guys liked this matte chocolate brown look. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!